Okay, here we go. We sure could use him now. Oh man, what does that mean? He's not dead. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Right? Yeah, he is. He's fine. He's hiding somewhere. Okay. Oh, that really messed me up. Dang it. I can't think straight. We could really use him now. What do you mean by that? He's missing. That's it. He's just missing. He's nowhere to be seen. Right? Because Crow had his cane at the end of Volume 3. So he vanished. And considering what little we saw from Ozpin near the end of Volume 3, and considering that everything around him had to do with clocks and gears, which symbolizes time, and considering that we saw him fight with Cinder, and considering how he fought in that fight with Cinder, he moved really fast and really strong. And considering the theme, again, of clocks, based on all of these considerations, I'm going to say that he has the ability to alter time, the fabric of time, either clock up or clock down, the flow of time. So when he was dueling Cinder, chances are he clocked out. Into a different timeline. I'm talking about time travel here, people. That's what I'm guessing happened to Ozpin. So he's in a different time zone. And he's nowhere to be found. And that is why Crow says we could really use him now. I don't know if you heard that. I hope you didn't, but my tummy was growling. um I'm supposed to be talking about Vacuo, but that last comment, these darn anonymous comments throw me off for a loop. And this one threw me off really hard. Osman is fine. He's totally okay. He's just in a different time zone. And we just have to wait until the fabric of time relapses with each other, allowing him an opportunity to enter our timeline once more. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. That's what happened to Osman. He has the ability to manipulate time or the fabric of time, and he's able to speed it up, speed it down, or jump into a different time zone. No. Dang it. I'm forgetting the ending. In the ending, apparently he's captured or something. And that woman is talking to him. They're having a conversation. She says, I can't wait to watch you burn. And Osman is there because he's talking back to her. French toast. Dang it. We could really use him now. He's not here right now, but we could really use him. We could, all right? The sentence we could is talking about that there is a possibility that it could happen. It's not in the past, as in there's no way for it to happen. Because if it was in the past, then that would seal the deal. That would seal the deal if Crow would have said we could have used him now. It's because it happened and there's no way for it to happen now because it's already set in stone. It already passed. It already happened. We could have used him now. That's in the past. But because he said we could, it's a saying of that there still is a chance for this to happen. Yeah. Yes. Osman is okay. Osman is fine. I'm going to go back to my original thought, and he's in a different time space, and he's about to come back into ours pretty soon. Because if he was dead, everybody knew about it, then Crow, but then again, maybe he doesn't know that he's. Dang it! French toast. Hold on. He disappeared. Now Crow doesn't know if he's alive or if he's dead, but he was holding on to his cane. And he said we could really use him now. Yeah. Yeah, because if I'm working on something and I left a tool in the truck or something, and I'm using something else, and I'm having a hard time because of it, I would say, man, I could really use that impact driver. But if that impact driver was left in my house and I left to work and I'm trying to use something else, I would probably say, man, I could have used that impact driver that I left at the house because there's no chance for me to go back home and get it at the time. We could really use him now is because there is a knowing that he'll come back. hmm Yeah, and I'm sticking with that. That's what I'm going with because he's fine. Osman is totally fine. Crow is just filling in for him, but yeah. So let's talk about Vacuo, which is what we should have talked about in the beginning. But that last anonymous line, man, I'm telling you, freaking Ruby. All right, so Vacuo, let's get started. I thought it was going to offer something like the other kingdoms, or at least, oh, and it's funny. It's funny that he mentioned that Osman saw it as different ways that humanity, I guess, flourish when they band together. I wasn't thinking of it like that. I was thinking of it more like a reflection of the traits of humanity in a way, which is interesting. Um, but Vacuo, I don't really see a trait of humanity other than unity in hardship. Because in the end, the Crow said that the unspoken rule, the common ground, is that if you can survive here, you're one of us. It's harsh, it's difficult, extreme survival conditions with no technology, unlike Atlas that has the technology to survive. This is just hardships and difficult, austere conditions, living in tents, you know, oppressed in a way. But if you can survive here, you're one of us because you have what it takes to endure all these hardships and difficulties. Um, Parallels with our world, I don't want to say the thing that stands out the most, honestly, is like the conquistadors, honestly, back like in the colonial era, where the European countries come to the to America, to the new Indies, and the culture, the kingdoms there, the people living there, are underdeveloped, um, simplistic ways. Were they living a life of comfort and commodity? Not sure if that would be the case back then, but the fact that the other kingdoms just came in and stomped all over them, it reminds me of that parallel with our world. Um, yeah, so they had it easy. They had an oasis with a forest, natural geographical defenses. They had life good. But because they didn't have any conflict, any hardship, any reason to look for something better, they kind of like became a little bit stagnant in the point of that they didn't develop themselves as others. Now, my question is, oh man, I think he mentioned this, but people started settling there, and I don't quite remember if it was before or after the Great War. So it was nomads that came there and they started settling and they built up their kingdom, and hey, this is great, it works. Now, if it was before the war, that means that nobody even knew that place existed and they kind of like didn't pay attention to it. That place had it all. They even had the largest dust deposit in the entire world of Remnant. So they had everything. It was like paradise. It really was. No conflict, no struggle, no hardship, resources. And because of this, commodity came into play. And there was no need to adapt. There was no need to invent new things that, because the problems didn't exist, you know. So other kingdoms came in, stomped on them, started mining. And it's interesting that all the mining facilities had the snowflake for the Schnee Dust Company. That's what I noticed. So it was difficult for them at that point. And all the beauty of the place got destroyed. All the ecological disasters ruined the oasis, ruined the forest, ruined the area. And in turn, the people that stayed there became harsh and not harsh, but you know, they adapted into surviving austere conditions of oppression and lack of resources and lack of everything. So if I'm still doing the thing that I was doing earlier, I would sum up Vacuo as survivability. They're able to survive. People are able to survive in the worst of the worst, oppressed by your same kind, so to say. But yeah, so that's that. A government was formed. People said 9, and the government was thrown. An academy was built. People said, okay, we can use that. And it succeeded. It flourished. Huh. That's interesting. Freaking Ospin, man, still bothering me. But I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there because I'm getting too consumed by this. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate your support and everything that you do. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.
ふわふわふわふわふわふわりくるくるくるくるくるくる回るのふわふわふよふよふわふわりうるるくるくるふわふわ飛び出したの